This video will show you how to replace your front wiper cowl on this Ford F-150. This will be located along the front of your windshield. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To replace the front wiper cowl, we're going to have to remove our wiper arm. Prior to removing the arm, I like to mark the windshield. I'm using a piece of tape, and that's just so I know exactly where this needs to go during the installation process. Now we can start removing the wiper arm from the area. Down and along the bottom of the wiper arm is where you're going to find the connection point that leads to your wiper transmission. To dislodge this, it has a small locking tab. We want to try to get under that with a small pocket screwdriver and gently start prying it away. Once you have it pried away, typically you can hold that. We're going to tilt the wiper arm and lift it up and away. Let's be extremely careful near the window glass there. You can see that locking tab. Now we can have the hood in the upright position, and we're going to remove the seal that makes its way along the plastic cowl. You can set that aside. Along the corner of the cowl, you're going to find a plastic push clip. We can remove that. I'm using a trim tool. You can use pretty much anything as a prying device. Just be careful not to cause any damage. A quick inspection of that push clip, we'll set it aside. Now as we start making our way along this area, we're going to dislodge our locking tabs. But you also need to remember that you still have a washer nozzle. The washer nozzle is attached to a hose, which is underneath this area. So we don't want to lift this up and away too far once we do start moving it. As for those locking tabs, you just want to carefully make your way under with a prying device, push on them towards the rear of the vehicle, and then lift this up and out of place. Now once you have all three of those tabs, we're going to make our way along the center area here. Sometimes you might find that it lifts up as it should, other times it won't. You want to make your way in the center in between these two panels and gently pry them apart. After you have that separated, you should be able to lift up on this. You can only go so far. Now, if you were to look in between this space, it is a tight area, but looking all the way back towards where the windshield would be, you're going to find that there's three hooks. There's one over here, one towards the center of the cowl, and then one all the way over on the far side. We'll have to press down near the windshield where all three of these hooks are and pull up and away on the forward side. Now that we have that lifted up, let's have a look along this area. This is where we can see our washer fluid nozzle. Take hold of the hose, give it a twist, and pull it away from the nozzle. Prior to installation of the wiper cowl, it's important to make sure that you clean and inspect the mounting area. We're going to start along the window glass and, of course, the body of the vehicle next. Now it's time to install that wiper cowl. For this, I'm going to get it in position, but I'm coming along the top of the windshield, bringing it down and around. We need to get this aligned, so we're going to gently twist. We'll get it down into position and roll the rest of it in. Now, as we start bringing this down, as you remember, there's three hooks along the back side of this that need to go underneath the windshield, so you're going to have to roll that in as well. With that wiper cowl slid into place, you need to make sure that you reconnect your washer fluid hose. Press that on there as far as possible and give it a wiggle. Now we can continue on getting the rest of this in place as well. Let's have a look along the center next. We'll press that down. Once you have it pressed down, you need to press on the locking tabs, bringing them in and under their locking points. That one's already under. We'll give this a wiggle and confirm it's properly secured all the way around. Each of those three hooks needs to be underneath that windshield. Along the corner, you have to reinstall your push clip, line it up, press it in. Now it's time for the seal. Once you have the hood closed, the next thing we have to do is reinstall our wiper arm. We want to make sure we have the wiper blade properly aligned on the windshield. We made a marking. For this, I'm going to carefully pull on my locking tab. I'm not pressing it into the fully locked position. I'm going to gently start resting this along the windshield. You can see that it's a little off. We need to make sure it's properly aligned, so we'll make our adjustments as necessary. Lift it up, line it up, press it on. Perfect. We can remove our marking tape. Okay, friend, we finished our installation. Go ahead and hop in the passenger compartment and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.